Sony Vegas.
Hey, what's up? Robert here, coming at you with another Sony Vegas Getting Started series, episode 3. And in this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the project media window, which is right here. Now, this is our window where we can collect and manage all of our clips for our project. So, this is a place where all of our clips are added to when we bring them into Vegas. So all our clips are going to be in here. We're going to take a look at what we can do with those clips while they're in the project media window and how to better organize them for your project. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the buttons here at the top. We have this button here that looks like a lightning strike. What this is going to do is it's going to remove all the unused media from our project media window that we're not using in the timeline. So if we edit our video here and we have it all put together and we have some clips in the project media window that we didn't use, we can clean that up by hitting this little lightning bolt. Right next to the lightning bolt, we have the import media button, and what that's going to do is if we click on it, we can navigate to the folder we have all our media in, and we can select all of this, hit open, and there's all of our media imported right into our project media window. So next to that, we have our capture button, and what this is going to do is capture video from our camera, if it's a DV cam, HDV, and we have to sit there and record it to the computer. We can capture the media from our camera that way. We have our extract audio from CD button. Now what this is going to do is if we have a CD in the drive with music on it, we can select certain songs that we want for our project and import them into Vegas, assuming that you have all rights to the music. We have our Get Media from the Web button, and if we click that, it's simply going to open up a Sony Creative Software site with different sound effects and clips that you can purchase. I haven't seen anything free on this site. There may be some freebies, but I haven't seen them yet. If we click and select a few different clips here, hold down Control, select these clips, we have a few other buttons light up. So we have this button, which is an X, and that's simply going to delete these selected clips. So if I didn't want this flower clip, I could just hit X and it'll delete it. You can also use delete on your keyboard to delete things, but if you like buttons, you can click that. We also have our media properties button, so if I click that, we have the properties for our selected media clip. We have our add media effects button. Now if we select this clip here and I choose media effects, I can actually go in here under Sony. Let's see the Sony effects here. I can change the brightness and contrast. Let's add that, click OK. And here we have the brightness and contrast set up. Let's just set something really crazy. Romantic kiss. That sounds right. Alright, so now we have a media effect attached to this clip. So if I drag it down to the timeline, you can see we have that effect onto the clip, but we can't edit the media effect here as it says there's no effect to the clip, so it adds to the main source clip. So every instance of this clip down here, let's copy and paste it, will have that effect because it's added to the source clip. So if I go in here and I change this up, bring up the contrast even more, it's going to affect all instances of that clip in our project. So that saves time from going to each clip and adding the media effect. Just add the media effect straight to the source clip. And then we can remove that effect just by clicking the remove effect button here. And then that clip no longer has that effect. Alright, next to that we have our play and stop buttons, which is going to preview the clip. So if I click this and I want to preview it, I can click play and we're going to see it in our trimmer window. Just like that, and then I can stop it. And we can also click the auto preview button. So if we click that, every clip that we click, we're going to get a preview of it automatically. We also have this button over here where we can change how everything is viewed. If you prefer to view everything in a list, we can see that. Let's say you name the clips by the camera used or by the take, etc. You have all the clips named here and you'll know what to use. We can change this to details, view the details for the clip, comments, and all these details here. We can change this to thumbnail, which I prefer because, you know, I can see what's going on with each clip and, you know, what to use. And finally, we have our search media bin button. And this button will come useful when we have our clips sorted in media bins. So here we have all of our media selected, and here we have our media bin. So if I right click, create new bin under that media bin, we can name this flowers, I guess, and go back to the all media, select all the clips with flowers in it. Just like that. Drag them into the flowers folder. And here we have nothing but flowers in that media bin. Then you can create another media bin and add, you know, the sky and such. Maybe photos. Maybe you can have separate media bins for the photos and video and sound clips. That's what I usually do. And you can sort them that way so you know what's all going on. So you don't just have a clutter full of clips and you don't know which one's which. You know, you can sort them all together and choose them easier that way. And when we have that bin selected and we choose import media, capture, extract, those clips will be added to this bin. So whichever bin you have selected, that's the bin the clips will be added to. And then we can delete the bin if we want to, just by right clicking and deleting. We go back to all media and our original source clips won't be deleted, just the bin. We can replace files and recapture different files by right clicking the clip and choosing replace or recapture all offline media. So let's say you moved some files and you have some clips offline, you can click recapture and it'll recapture those files. It might ask you the location of those files. We're going to right click and choose replace, and it'll ask us what clip do we want to replace that clip with, and it'll replace all instances in the timeline as well. Let's say we have a bunch of clips in the timeline here. Let's copy this a few times. Let's put everything together here. And we throw in some, you know, random clips just like that. And we want to select all instances of this sand. So I can right click the source and choose select timeline events, and all instances of that clip will be selected, and therefore I can make adjustments that are needed to that clip. So that's basically it. There you have the project media window where you can sort and organize all your clips for your project. Hopefully you found this helpful. Next time we'll be taking a look at the trimmer window here and adding clips to this and bringing them down into our timeline. So stay tuned for the next episode of the Sony Vegas Getting Started series. I'm Robert from Roberts Productions. You can visit the site robertsproductions.net. If you have any questions, contact me either through Twitter or at the site. So there you have it. Hopefully you found it useful. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching. Follow at Rob's Productions on Twitter and like us on Facebook.